u- useful microbes and harmful microbes. And what do you mean by microbes? And what are the kinds of microbes? So first is microbes are very small organisms and they cannot be seen with the naked eye. So these microorganisms are very small organisms and they cannot be seen with the naked eye. So what are microbes? Microbes are very small organisms. And how can we see microbes? They can see the microbes with the naked eye. And they can only be seen through the microscope. So what are microbes? Microbes are very small organisms. And how can we see these microbes? These microbes can be seen with the help of microscope. So microbes, they cannot be seen our eyes. So how can we see these microbes? We can see these microbes with the help of microscope. And where microbes are found? Microbes are found everywhere. So where microbes are found? So these microbes are found everywhere. So, and where they found? They found in air, they found in water, and they found in soil, and they found in outside and inside the bodies of animals. So what are the microbes? So these microbes are very small organisms. So how can we see these microbes? So these microbes can be seen with the help of naked eyes. So with the help of instrument, we can see with the help of instrument microscope, we can see the microbes. And where microbes are found? They are found everywhere. They are found in air, they are found in water, and they are found in soil, and they are found in food, and also in inside and outside the bodies of animals. So where microbes are found? Microbes are found in the air, microbes are found in the water, and they are also found in the food, and they are also found inside and outside the bodies of animals. So in air, we can see the microbes. In the water, we can also see the microbes. And in the soil, we can also see the microbes. And how can we see these microbes? With the help of microscope. With the help of microscope, we can see the microbes. So some microbes are useful to us and some are harmful to us. So these microbes are very useful and some microorganisms are very useful and some microorganisms are very harmful. And the microbes which cause diseases are called germs. So the microbes, the which cause diseases, these type of microbes are called germs. And what are the kinds of bacteria? First is bacteria, next is virus, and next is protozoa, and next is fungi. So there are four kinds of microbes. First is bacteria, and then is virus, and then is protozoa, and next is fungi. So there are four kinds of microbes, and they are very small, tiny organisms. And how can we see these microbes? Microbes can be seen everywhere in the water, as well as in the soil, or as well as in the food. So they are found everywhere. And what are the kinds of microbes? There are four kinds of microbes. First is bacteria, and next is virus, and next is protozoa, and next is fungi. So there are four kinds of microbes: bacteria, fungi, and virus, and protozoa. There are four kinds of microorganisms. First is bacteria, and then is virus, and then is protozoa, and then is fungi. So what do you mean by bacteria? The small single organism is called bacteria. And what are the diseases caused due to bacteria? TB, diphtheria, and typhoid. So these are the diseases due to the bacteria. So what are bacteria? The small tiny organisms, small single cell organisms are called bacteria. And which diseases is due to TB, diphtheria, and typhoid. So these diseases is due to the bacteria. And what are types of microorganisms? Single cell microorganism, unicellular microorganism, and multicellular microorganism. And what do you mean by unicellular microorganism? The microorganism having one cell is called unicellular microorganism, and the microorganism have more than cell is called multicellular microorganism. And which diseases are due to the bacteria? TB, diphtheria, and typhoid. And what do you mean by virus? So they are also very minute particles. And how can we see these viruses? The virus can also be seen with the help of microscope, but ordinary microscope cannot be used for seeing virus. And how can we see the virus? Flu, measles, common cold, mumps. So these diseases are due to the virus. So these diseases are due to the virus. Next is protozoa. What do you mean by protozoa? So they are called single cell microorganisms. Some microorganisms are harmless and some can disease just like the malaria and just like the dysentery. So these diseases are due to the protozoa. So these diseases are due to the protozoa. So which diseases are due to the protozoa? Just like malaria, just like dysentery. So these diseases are due to the bacteria, the protozoa. And which type of these microorganism is? Single cell. Protozoa is single cell microbes. And some of them are very harmless and some of them are useful. And which diseases is due to the protozoa? Malaria and dysentery. And next microorganism is fungi. These are also a type of microorganism which grow on decaying matter. Some fungi attack the human skin and cause diseases just like the ringworm. So there are also a special type of microorganism. And which type of microorganism is there? They grow on also decaying matter. Some fungi attack the human skin and some cause diseases just like the ringworm. So this is also a microorganism. And where fungi grown? Fungi is grown on the decaying matter. So where fungi is grown? Fungi is grown on the decaying matter. And next is, most of them are harmless and some fungi attack the human skin and they cause the disease just like ringworm. So fungi is also a microorganism, and where fungi grow? They grow on decaying matter. And when fungi attack the human skin, and then which disease is due to the fungi? Ringworm. Ringworm is a disease due to the fungi. Next is useful microorganism. So some microbes or microorganisms are useful and some microorganisms are harmful. So they are shown useful microbes. So what are useful microbes? That are beneficial for us. So the microbes which are beneficial for us are called useful microbes. They help in many ways as given below. So these microbes are called useful microbes. So some bacteria change milk into the curd and some help in making cheese. And some microorganisms help in baking bread and making wines. So some microbes are useful for making bread and some microbes are useful for making wine. And these are useful microbes. So these are useful microbes. So first is some bacteria change milk into the curd and some help in the making cheese. So some bacteria, they change milk into the curd and some are help in the making cheese. And next is microbes help in the decay of dead plants and animals. So what are useful microorganisms? The microorganisms that are useful for us, that are beneficial for us, are called useful microbes. And how they are useful? First is some bacteria change milk into the curd and some help in making cheese. So some bacteria, they change milk into the curd and some they are help into the making cheese. And some microorganisms, they help in the breaking bread and they are also help in the making wines. So what are useful microbes? So some bacteria change milk into the curd and some help into the making cheese. So how they are useful? Some bacteria change milk into the curd and some help in making cheese. कुछ जो बैक्टीरिया होते हैं वो मिल्क को जो कर्ड में चेंज करते हैं और चीज बनाने में भी हेल्प करते हैं. So they are useful microorganisms. So they are useful microorganisms. They are used to convert milk into the curd. And next is some microorganisms, they help in making bread and they also help in the making wines. So some microorganisms, they are used for making bread and some are useful for making wines. And some bacteria, they also produce vitamins in our body. And some bacteria, they also help to digest food. So what are useful microorganisms? So they are useful for baking bread and they are also used for making wines. And how they are useful? So they are also useful for the dead plants and animals. And some bacteria, though, they also help to digest food in the animals. So some bacteria, just like they produce vitamins in our body. So what are useful microbes? So some microorganisms that are useful for us and some are harmful for us. So some bacteria, they change milk into the curd and so they also use for baking bread and they also use for making wines. And so microbes also, they help into the decay of dead plants and animals. And some bacteria, they help to digest food in the animals. So they also produce vitamins in our body. कुछ बैक्टीरिया जो मिल्क को कर्ड में चेंज करते हैं और कुछ माइक्रोब्स जो ब्रेड बनाने के लिए और वाइन्स बनाने के लिए यूज होते हैं. एंड कुछ माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म जो है डेड प्लांट और डेड एनिमल्स को डीके के लिए यूज होते हैं. एंड कुछ जो विटामिन हमारे बॉडी के अंदर प्रोड्यूस करते हैं उसके अंदर हेल्पफुल करते हैं और फूड को डाइजेस्ट करने में भी बैक्टीरिया हेल्प करते हैं. So these are useful microorganisms. So you have to remember which microorganisms are useful and which microorganisms are less harmful. First is some bacteria, they change milk into the curd and they also use for making cheese. And next is they also help to digest food and they also produce vitamins in our body and they help in the decay of dead plants and animals. So these are useful microorganisms. So these are useful microorganisms. So what are the types of microorganisms? Bacteria, virus, protozoa, and fungi. And what are useful microorganisms? Some bacteria, they change into milk into the curd, and some are used for making bread, and some are used for making wines, and some are used for producing vitamins, and some are used in the decay of dead plants and animals. So these are the different kinds of microorganisms. And some microorganisms are useful and some are harmful. And what are harmful microorganisms? So that the microorganisms that are harmful for us are called harmful microorganisms, and that are useful to us are called useful microorganisms. So how they are useful? So some bacteria, they change milk into the curd, and they produce also vitamin in our body. And some bacteria, they also help to digest food and microorganisms. So they also help into the decay of dead plants and animals. So some bacteria, they change milk into the curd, and some are they also produce in making cheese. So these are useful microorganisms. And how they are harmful? So various diseases, just like the flu, just like the cold, just like the dysentery, just like malaria, they are caused due to the harmful microorganisms. So microorganisms, they are harmful as well as they are useful to us. So you have to remember which are harmful and which are beneficial for us. And you have to remember first is teeth and microbes. So teeth are of two types. First is temporary teeth. And what is the another name of temporary teeth? Milk teeth. So milk teeth is called temporary teeth. Milk teeth is called temporary teeth. So this is also our organ. So we have a variety of teeth. And what is the purpose of teeth? Teeth help us to speak clearly. And what are the teeth? Which type of teeth are present in it? So total, there are two types of teeth. First is milk teeth, and next is permanent. Next is permanent teeth. And what do you mean by milk teeth? At the age of 2 to 3 years, the baby has 20 primary teeth, which are known as milk teeth. So at the age of 2 and 3 years, a baby has 20 teeth, and these are called milk teeth. And they are very weak teeth. And at the age of 5 to 6 years, the milk teeth, they start falling. And so they are also called permanent teeth. So they are also called permanent teeth. And an adult, they have 32 permanent teeth, 16 in the upper jaw and 16 in the lower jaw. And these are called permanent teeth. So there are different kinds of teeth. First is incisor, and second is canis, and then is premolar, and then is molar. What do you mean by incisor? So there are 4 types of front teeth is called incisor. And next is canis. There are 4 in numbers. And next is premolar. So premolar, they are very broad teeth, and they also help in cracking and chewing the food. So there are 4 types of teeth: incisor teeth, and then is canis, and then is premolar. What is another name of incisor? Cutting teeth. And then what is the other name of canis? Tearing teeth. And next, what is another name of premolar? Cracking teeth. And next is molar or grinding teeth. Molar and grinding teeth. So they are broader as compared to the premolar. So molars, they are broader as compared to the premolar. And what is another name of molars? Grinding teeth. So you have to remember the other name of molars, premolars, incisor and canis. And next is parts of tooth. So they have two parts. The upper part is called crown and the lower part is called root. And what are the inner parts of the tooth? Enamel, dentine, pulp. So these are the four inner parts of the tooth. First is enamel. This is an outer layer, dentine. So this is the layer under the enamel. And then is pulp. So pulp, it is also innermost layer. So there are three types of layers, enamel, dentine and pulp. So there are the three parts of the tooth, enamel, dentine and pulp. Enamel, it is the outer layer, and dentine, it is the layer under the enamel, and pulp, it is the innermost layer. So there are three types of layers. And next is tooth decay. What do you mean by tooth decay? So this is shown in the figure. This is tooth decay, and this is due to the bacteria. This is the tooth of decay, and this is due to the bacteria. So tooth they occur due to the bacterial infection. So these decay occur due to the bacterial infection, and this is due to the bacteria. And the white layer deposit on the teeth, this is called plaque. So the white teeth, these occur on the yellow layer on the teeth is called plaque. So this is a tooth decay, and if you do not take care of your teeth and germs, infection will occur in the whole mouth. So if we don't take care of our teeth and gums, then infection will occur, and due to infection, the teeth falls, and then the pain occur in the teeth. So what do you mean by tooth decay? This is due to the bacterial infection. And which diseases are due to the tooth decay? So the breaking of tooth may occur due to this bacterial infection, and the yellow layer deposit on the tooth is called plaque. So you have to remember these terms. And what do you mean by enamel? The outer layer on the outer layer on the teeth, this is called enamel, and it is the hardest part of the tooth. And so you have to remember the definition of enamel. And next is how to keep our teeth and germs healthy. So you have to remember these points. How can we keep our teeth healthy? First is you have to visit your doctor, and then you have to use a good toothpaste, and you have to use a good toothbrush, and then you have to avoid sugary food, and then you have to rinse your mouth, and then you have to brush your teeth. And next is what are microbes, and what are the kinds of microbes? Bacteria, virus, protozoa, and fungi. So they are the four types of microorganisms: bacteria, fungi, virus, protozoa. So there are four kinds of microorganisms. So some are useful and some are not useful. Some are useful and some are less useful. So the microorganisms which are beneficial for us are called useful microorganisms, and the microorganisms which are harmful for us are called harmful microorganisms. So you have to remember the picture of bacteria. This is a bacteria, and then is protozoa, and then is fungi, and then this is a virus. So you have to remember the diagram of bacteria, and then fungi, and then You have to remember this bacteria and then fungi and this disease is which disease is due to the virus, flu, common cold, and mumps. So bacteria, virus, protozoa, and fungi. First picture is of bacteria. Bacteria is shown in the figure, and next picture is protozoa. So this is a small tiny structures of protozoa, and then this is the picture of fungi. So you have to remember the picture of bacteria, protozoa, and fungi. So the bacteria, protozoa, and fungi. So you have to remember the terms related to this. If you have any query regarding this topic, you can ask. If you have